G'day, Nathan from ACA here. Just continuing the discussion on multi-levels in one file approach. Again, you might know me from ACA, ADT website that I've had for a couple of years. Just a quick plug for Autodesk University. If you're on subscription, you've got free access to this site. I'm sure you've probably been mailed out anyway. But if you go to the archives and list the classes, select AutoCAD Architecture All and search classes, you'll get some really great tips from a lot of really heavyweights in this industry. There's Paul Alban, that's author of the Mastering AutoCAD Architecture Desktop Series, and some other guys, Matthew Dillon, David Koch, who still is very active on the website, on the news groups. So there's some really good tips there. Matthew Stachoni, who's very good at the installation procedures, etc. You can download videos, you can download all sorts of things here. Big files, but well worth it. Really good tips. PDFs as well. Get on there and see what you can get off. I was going to quickly plug Odin's site again. It's just a great site. Lots of really good tips. Okay, display system. I'm going to talk about the display system and how I use it. Firstly, when we talk about the display system, if I hit level 1, I select presentation. I use presentation for presentation drawings, for sketches, for design schemes, to show the broad outline of the house. I don't want to show any details on the walls. If I go to medium detail, for construction drawings, it then starts to break the wall up, shows the different components of the walls, etc. If I go to reflected for electrical diagrams, for service diagrams, I don't want to see the wall in any detail. Also don't want it bold. I just want it light, background information. Then I select reflected. I might use high and low detail if I need to, but not often. I might use screened for something to send to the engineer, probably not. I have created a shadow, and that have to be another video series to show you how to do that. Very easy to create a 2D plan view of a 3D model, such that you can actually render it and get it to create realistic shadows. And I use that for shadow diagrams to get past planning departments wanting to ensure I don't overshadow next door neighbours. You can also create, in pretty much the same way, a roof diagram, a roof plan. So let's have a look at, you'll notice that I've got these little 2s here, and the simple reason is if I go back to 1, and you'll see that this is a stair for the ground floor, and at this point it starts to go over, and I dash the lines and I show the stair disappearing above because I want to show detail under there. If I go to my level 2 by issuing L2 command, remembering that that's all done by my Lisp that I've loaded, and you'll see that it still looks the same. I'll select presentation 2 and voila, it changes to a solid stair all the way down. Now there could be another way to do that. I've just maybe come across, this is such a deep program that there's many ways to do certain things at certain times, but this is the way that I do it, and I'll just show you how. If we go to the display system, this is a frightening animal, but it is also a powerful animal, and you can accomplish lots of great things using it. We have 3 levels: configurations, representations by object, and the sets in the middle there. Now, based on my idea that I want to go to out of the box as much as I can, I don't want to change too much if I can help it, as little as possible if I can. So what I do with my stair is I simply go in, and whichever plans that I want for the second floor, I simply go in, and I'm going to go in and grab, say, plan screen. I'll grab it and drag it, and you'll see the little plus comes up next door. I hope you can see the plus even if it's got a big cursor. And we get, plan screen 3. I didn't want that. But that's exactly as easy as it is to create a new scheme. Let's do it with low detail. And you'll see that a number 2 comes up. That's my level 2. Level 1, level 2, done. Fantastic. That was really hard, wasn't it? So that's all I do, and I just leave it. Now what this means is that I've got two different display representations to play with back in my file when I'm editing the stair to get it to look the way I want. So when I'm editing it for my second floor, I won't be changing it how it looks for my first floor. Easy. Now I can do that for as many as I want. My requirements for stairs is probably pretty much that I can use the same one for all stairs. I don't really need it to be different. Even in the reflected view, I actually probably want the same stair to look the same. I don't want the stairs to disappear. It's just the way that we do things. If I jump up to sets, again, I just need a second set. I just grab it and drag it. And if I do that, it'll actually come up with my third floor plan. Now, I'll show you the reasons for doing that, but it's very simple. All I'd need to do is go in, I'll go into my two floor, and make sure that my stair has, for 2, is set, because this is the 2 that I'm looking at. Alright. Now for plan presentation 2, I could use plan presentation 2 or plan 2 for all of them. I don't really need the different ones, but we have a look at here, stair presentation, see how it's linked. That one's turned on. This one's not ticked, so it won't show up for that one. It's showed up for that. If we go back to plan presentation, what we need is we need plan presentation ticked and not plan presentation 2. I hope that's making that simple. It is a very, it's called the matrix, I think, for good reasons. And all I have to do here is just make sure that the set, that's what we did in here, is set to 2. So in reflected, I just need to set 2. And that's all. In just the ones that I'm going to use, plan, I just need to set 2. That's all I need to do. And any others that I need to use. I don't do levels with shadow diagrams for roof, or so I don't need it there, and maybe I don't need it for any other things. So that's just a bit of background about how I do that. So what you'd end up doing is you're getting the 2 series of stairs. When I edit this stair, it's ready for the ground floor. When I go to my second level, it's ready for altering the second level. Yep. So as I say, when I come to here, I could actually get rid of all these. I don't need to see my stair in different formats. Even reflected view could still use the same view. I don't need a different view. I can still look down on the stairs, even though it's supposed to be a reflected view. As I said, just the way that we do things locally. Now the stair, as I said, it sits on a spanning layer. It's called 1+. I do sometimes experiment with walls that are spanning, and you can see these walls that actually travel up to the second floor from the ground floor are actually on the spanning stair layer, but they could just as easily be on 1+ wall, and that layer would actually get retained on for the second floor. Hopefully that makes that a little bit clearer. The other thing I do, just to be quick if I've got enough time, is to talk about the global cut plane. My walls, you see I don't have any style overrides. If you've got style overrides on your walls, you're doing way too much work. Buy material settings. Alright, I'll show you that in another video. Here, in my standard wall, remember this is not style override, so this is in my standard wall. I have an override display configurations. If I turn that off, I'll show you what happens. When I go to my second floor, you can see that when I go to 2, I'll see that, but I won't see it here. And in certain situations, you need the wall to be able to respond to its own 0 point, which is up at the second floor level, and not the global cut plane. So this was actually a critical component in getting my system to work, was actually overriding the style. Anyway, that's all the time I got. So come back for some more. Cheers.